Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way, from birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and the programs including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN Television News for today, Friday, June 19th, 2020. I'm Beverly, Telesford. In the headlines, bus operators agree to rotate schedules from next week. Remittances to Grenada likely to drop as more workers in the diaspora lose jobs. And tourism industry receives training in the COVID pandemic era. Coming up in sports, West Indies team manager Raul Lewis says camaraderie is building in the camp ahead of the start of the series in England. And around the globe, nurses in Trinidad threaten government with riots if demands are not met. The details to these and other stories after the break.
Hi, I'm Francis Urias Peters. I'm a good listener, and K105 has always been a great source of education and entertainment. Now, while the station name may have changed over the years, it has always provided valuable information which enabled me as a playwright to document and to celebrate our history, our behavior, and our achievements. K105 is my choice. It's the national station.
Good evening, this is GBN News at 7. Come Monday, some bus operators will begin rotating their schedules. Vice President of the National Bus Association, Sheldon Noel, says this is to enable all operators the opportunity to earn an income. Details in this Christina John report.
As the National Bus Association continues in dialogue with government, it will be rolling out a new initiative from Monday, dubbed NBA Rotates. Derek McKenzie, Public Relations Officer for the National Bus Association, explains the purpose for this new rollout and how it will work.
New initiative, NBA Rotates, where nationwide all the buses and all the different routes would be labeled, or is already, most of them, 90% of them is already labeled with A and B stickers. That would identify the buses so with the days that they would walk on. We already did a roster for a month. Starting Monday, we roll out the B. We start with B on Monday, and we do the A, and that will go for a month. So what that does, though, it brings some form of equality where buses would be working basically 3 days a week. And the ways that we're trying to cope with the trying times that we are actually going through while we continue negotiation with the government.
The plan covers all zones. With the increase in the number of passengers in the past week and government agreeing to pocket the expense of sanitization, where does this leave the bus operators who were seeking a 50 cents increase in bus fare?
Any form of easement that would take us back to a form of normalcy, we welcome that. Everything is on the board. Everything is on the table. As I said, we're still continuing negotiations, and this is not only about 50 cents. This is about tires and brakes and all the other stuff that comes with keeping a bus on the road. Lately, the debate has been about the 50 cents and all the other essential talk points that we were looking for in terms of benefits from our members seemingly got lost.
Mackenzie added that they are partnering with government in championing some of these issues now that government has a better understanding of their operations. Vice President of the National Bus Association, Sheldon Noel, reinforces the need for passengers to wear their masks.
So the National Bus Association also remains committed to the safety of its members, their families, and our passengers. Since when you're on your buses, as you move through your different areas, your different destinations, we again urge you that your wearing of your mask is not an option, but it is a must. It is for your safety. It is for your family's safety, so the public's safety.
With the recent placing of the Zone 2 and 3 buses on the upper level of the St. George's bus terminus, there are some challenges experienced. They include lack of adequate shelter when it rains and puddles of water, creating a hindrance for passengers, as well as the added pressure of elderly persons with load. They have started discussions among the executive and plans to bring their ideas to government on what might be feasible. Christelina John, GBN News.
Householders here may soon start feeling the squeeze of COVID-19 on their pockets if they have not already started doing so. Predictions are that less money may be in circulation as more employees face job loss. The situation worsens because of a ripple effect, which may be felt with the fall-off of overseas support from family members who may have died as a result of COVID-19, or others who may have also lost their jobs in the United States, Canada, and Europe. GBN's Odette Campbell has been putting the issue of remittances under the microscope and sends this report.
A remittance is a transfer of money, often by a foreign worker, to an individual in their home country. Money sent home by these externally based nationals competes with international aid as one of the largest financial inflows to developing countries. Remittances have been a significant source of income for many recipient households as these funds increase their disposable income. In poorer families, remittances may help to cover basic consumption goods, housing, and children's education and health care. For some of the recipients, the absence of this additional income would have meant that basic needs could not have been met. Within this context, the remittances have been contributing to poverty reduction at the household and the country level. The Caribbean Development Bank has been hosting what it has themed a Resilient series, as it examines some of the issues being brought to the fore by the COVID-19 pandemic. International financial consultant Nevada Poe says people in Grenada and other Caribbean countries must face the reality that remittances will be impacted.
The remittance business, right? Remittances are Jamaicans abroad sending money home to mama and kids and all of that stuff, right? Also in trouble. Lots of people have lost jobs. Lots of people are very nervous, right? So therefore, if you have a situation where we're expecting whatever amount of dollars we would have been expecting from remittances, we're going to have to assume that for a while that's going to be down and won't be clear when that starts to go back up.
The importance of remittances to the Grenadian economy was also recently addressed by financial analyst Mr. Henry Joseph of PKF Accountants and Business Partners.
But don't forget, we also depend a lot on remittances, right? The United States is extremely hard hit, so that the remittances are going to be much smaller, for a while.
According to the World Bank, about $528 billion in remittances trickled down to developing countries within a 12-month period. Some of the funds sent back home by expats is dedicated to expenditure on real estate, while a portion of it is sometimes saved in a financial institution. Economists say this suggests that remittances can have significant multiplier effect in the economy and makes funds available for projects within the development implication, since some persons use the remittances to buy land and houses in their homeland. Mr. Joseph says this aspect of remittances should not be underestimated.
In Europe, the story is very much the same. We have lots of nationals out there in the United Kingdom, and these people, they spend money because some of them have houses here. They like to come back and and visit their relatives, etc. So that we are going to be affected. We are going to be affected, very, very badly.
A number of tourism subsector trainings are taking place, which is mandatory for the reopening of tourism businesses. The sessions are for stakeholders who are unable to access training held via the online platform Zoom. More in this report.
On Thursday, June 18, the Ministry of Health trained close to 300 stakeholders in Grenada Tourism Authority organized health and safety protocol workshops at the National Stadium. For the past 4 weeks, health and safety training was conducted via the Zoom online platform. However, the GTA saw the need to host in-person training for stakeholders unable to access the virtual sessions. The first 2 sessions were conducted by Ministry of Health trainer Jessie Ann Panchu Bruno. Group 1 consisted of 52 tourist vendors and assistants from the Grandand Spice and Craft Market, while Group 2 had a total of 52 tourist vendors from the Annandale Waterfall, Fort Frederick, Grand Etang, Concord Waterfall, Bathway, and the St. George's Market. Ms. Bruno says she was happy to see that stakeholders were keen about getting the health and safety training.
Some of the key points that I wanted them to know in terms of identifying some of the symptoms, and they should know the symptoms of COVID, and at the same time they have to protect themselves and their guests or their customers. So one of the, 3 things we really zeroing on is social distancing. We want to make sure that they use hand etiquette in terms of hand washing, and they must make sure that they're able to wear their protective mask, okay, so that they wouldn't be able to transmit the viruses from themselves to the customer. And at the same time, they must be able to protect themselves by ensuring that they sanitize or they allow their customer or guests to take precautionary measures by washing their hands and so. There were 2 groups, and I was really, really taken aback to see the number of persons who attended those 2 sessions. And it showed me that persons are really interested in going back, and it shows me that they were interested in ensuring that the virus doesn't spread to further cases. We would have more cases in Grenada. So I was really, really impressed by the amount of participants, and they participate in having discussions and asking questions.
Chief Executive Officer of the GTA, Patricia Marr, addressed participants, reminding them of their critical role in representing Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique while keeping residents and visitors safe.
So every tourism enterprise, large and small, is going to have a certificate of inspection, okay, to operate. So obviously the spa treatment will need it, yeah, the Grand Dance vendors market will need it, all the attractions will need it. We need to have it certified by the Ministry of Health. So there will be a certificate of inspection, and today you all qualify for the certificate of participation. And you're going to get that certificate of participation also in a digital form. So you can show it on your phone, yeah, to anybody who wants to know. Okay, I'm certified. I know what to do. I know how to keep myself and my guests safe, right? And that's wonderful, because at the end of the day, for us to get tourism back on track in Grenada, it is for each and every Grenadian our responsibility to ensure that these protocols are practiced consistently.
Participants were thankful for the training and are ready to implement the new way of doing business in tourism.
The training here today, it was excellent. From my point of view, since I settled in the market for years, I will know how to adjust myself with the customers.
We take a break. Coming up, Grenadians called to care for the elderly in their golden years. This is News at 7. Stay with us.
Paying is faster and easier with Glow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details. along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Our superheroes are all among us. They don't wear capes nor have superpowers. In fact, they appear to be quite ordinary. They are the ones who provide us with food. They are our farmers, our grocery store workers, our vendors. They are our fishermen. They are the ones who heal us, our doctors and medical practitioners. They are the ones who protect us, our police officers. They are all the other essential workers who make this period bearable. And how can we forget our teachers, dedicated to educating our children no matter the circumstance? To everyone who is doing their part to make sure the wheel keeps turning, Ariza says, thank you.
Attention, attention! Spice Gas makes it easy for you. This Spice Gas Retailers Network will deliver the cooking gas directly to your home. This Spice Gas bottles are lighter, cleaner, safer, explosion-proof, rust-free, translucent, allowing you to see how much gas is left in the bottle. Spice Gas bottles comes with guarantee seal. No seal, no deal. Call or WhatsApp Spice Gas now. 415-1446, 423-1446. Email sales@spicegas.net. We deliver Spice Gas Grenada, cooking safely.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Celebrate this Father's Day at Pier 57's Sundays at the Pier Luncheon. Sunday, June 21st from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy the sounds of Jenny J and friends and musical selections by Selector Beast. Minimum 4 persons per group, $160 per person. Call or WhatsApp 407-5757 for reservations.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to News at 7. More attention should be given to senior citizens. The call is being made by the Grenada Association for Retired People. Rena Pear has more in this report.
More should be done for the elderly in our communities, according to Carol Vasquez, founder of the Grenada Association for Retired People, GAP. Many senior residents on island are being neglected. She says they often endure the hurt in silence.
We have a situation in Grenada, and I can speak for the home. Children leave their parents there, They pay the first 3 months and they never pay again. We have another issue where seniors have no say. Children are feeling like you're old and you can't make decisions. So they control the bank account. Little thing is a seed. Children take that. And seniors see nothing of that.
Vasquez says many times the neglect leads to depression and increased illnesses, which leads to death. One way GAP is assisting the elderly is by engaging young volunteers like Andrea Rapier.
Or mom will tell you, I didn't see such and such, go knock the door and see if she's okay. But now we're in our cars. We don't see if they're in the window anymore. We don't pause to look anymore. And we get in and we don't walk out, we don't take a walk because we can entertain ourselves within our walls. We have fences around our homes now. The kids can't even run into the yard and grab a mango anymore. So our sense of community is depreciating as we are developing. And so it requires deliberate effort on the part of the government, on the part of schools, on the part of all the institutions that have a voice and have a microphone, to say to the audiences, here is what is valuable in our culture as a nation and as our people. Here is what has taken us to this place. And if we lose that, then we're building on vapor.
Rapier is appealing to everyone to assist the elderly in living out their golden years with dignity. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
Come September, when the new school year opens, issues facing preschoolers will be laid open, with the onset of online learning and its balancing act with the high-scope approach to learning. President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Marvin Andel, says it will be one of the greatest challenges in providing education for young learners. Andel was speaking on the Mid-Morning Buzz program on Thursday.
Classes for Form 5 students preparing to sit the CSEC exams continue, with strict protocols in place to enable social distancing. Under the COVID-19 regulations, other students are ordered to remain home while they continue their classes online. However, these regulations may offset preschoolers if e-learning is preferred in the new school year. Highlighting the disadvantage of virtual learning to preschoolers, GUT President Marvin Andel says the high-scope method of learning will be threatened as a result.
But the stage of development that the younger minds are at needs to be hands-on, engaging. A lot of physical connection is done at that level. So therein lies the challenge. So it will be very challenging to provide instructions because they're opposite. What we're required to do is to be there. The teachers are there, hugging, supporting, helping, holding hands, and showing, and have students interacting with each other, building together, working collaboratively. All of these things happen with early learners, and particularly with the high school program.
Andel explains that high-scope learning involves constructive playing and working together, which will pose a significant challenge to preschools in September. Meanwhile, work to rule is one of the major issues that has been put on the back burner due to the pandemic, and the GUT President impresses that this issue will not be forgotten in the new school year unless resolved.
As it stands, even if we return to normal, unless that matter is resolved, unless our members dictate otherwise, we will not have a normalcy in the system.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Mia Benjamin is the first female lifeguard to be hired by the Grenada Lifeguard Services. Chrislina John has been speaking with Mia on Friday.
Mia Benjamin's day as a lifeguard begins at 4 a.m. on the Grandans Beach. She tells GBN that as the lone female in a male-dominant industry, she feels privileged. She says she has since established a great relationship with the older generation who frequent the beach on mornings.
Be the first female lifeguard hired by Grenada Lifeguards. I feel very honored. I feel like I have to be strong for other females because women can do anything a man can do. So my my day starts at 4 a.m. That's what time my alarm goes off. I get to the lifeguard tower for 5 o'clock on the dot. I open up the lifeguard stand. I bring down the kayaks, which I've aced now, is getting it down because you have to get it from the lifeguard tower down to the beach. And then I sit out on the beach from 5:50 on. Normally it's just me in the mornings, but it's really lovely because I'm building up a community with the older generation because they come for their morning dips, and it's actually really lovely because they...
Mia has been a competitor at many swimming competitions, both locally and abroad.
The first time I did lifeguarding was in 2015, and then my whole adolescence, teenager has been all about swimming and lifeguarding and teaching swimming and then competitively swimming. It was in Nanjing, China. I swam, I think it was the 200 IM and 50 freestyle. It was a very big experience. I was 15 at the time, so that was 6 years ago. Just the traveling alone from Grenada to China was a big moment. But you got to see amazing athletes from the US to the UK.
Despite her love for watching over the beach, her main goal is to work with young people.
I love giving back. I just want to work with either kids. That's my main angle in life, is that I love teaching kids. Girls, we can do anything a man can do, and don't let anyone tell you you can't do something. That is my advice to the younger girls generation out there. I'm in a team with 15 boys, and they make me feel like I'm their sisters. There's no bad blood between any of us. They support me. They bring me up when I'm feeling low, and I like to think I do the same for them too.
Also conducts private swim lessons after completing her shift at the beach. Deb Eastwood is the owner of the Grenada Lifeguard Services, which works along with the Ministry of Tourism, says all lifeguards are trained in what they should do in emergency procedures and are all certified. Mia, she says, brings a different energy to the team, and they are all happy to have her on board. Eastwood extends an invitation for persons interested in becoming lifeguards.
Lifeguards, actually, they go through this training class and they have to actually go through a fitness test. Some of them that we have are young. We are hiring older lifeguards now only, so you have to be at least 18 or older. You have to pass a swim test within a certain amount of time, running down to that jetty, that concrete jetty, and then swimming back within 10 minutes. If they can't pass that, if they can't do it in 10 minutes or under, then they can't even go on to the training.
Christelina John, GBN News.
Today marks the 40th anniversary of one of Grenada's most remembered tragedies. Just after 3 p.m. on Thursday, June 19, 1980, there was an explosion at the Queen's Park Stadium that took the lives of 3 people and injured many others. The explosion occurred during a Butler Strand Heroes Day celebration from a bomb reportedly placed under the pavilion. Seated on the raised platform were leaders of the country, which included Prime Minister Maurice Bishop. The Grenada Revolution Online website says hundreds of Grenadians attended the rally, which was to pay tribute to Tubal Uriah Butler and Alistair Strand. Butler was a strong union leader from Grenada in Trinidad, and Strand was an activist of the New Jewel Movement youth arm. The day goes by quietly, however, it is one remembered by many. GBN's Jackie Bailey was severely injured in the blast. 3 young girls also lost their lives 40 years ago. We take a break, but still ahead, Nutrition Week 2020 begins on Sunday and focuses on healthy eating and exercise. We will have the details after the break.
And Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sonatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hilton Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hilton Valley, your health is our business.
The Grenada Distillers Limited joins the government and people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique in the fight against COVID-19. Only together we can beat this pandemic. As a corporate citizen, we have temporarily stopped the production of rum, and our focus has been on the production of a sanitizing solution to assist in the fight against this dreadful pandemic. We have commenced free distribution to the senior citizens' homes, children's homes, and other vital organizations around the country, and made this product available to you at supermarkets and pharmacies island-wide. We encourage you to please listen and obey the guidelines issued by our health authority and the Royal Grenada Police Force. Together, and only together, we can beat COVID-19.
Opio.com. Sale. All the outlets, hotspot outlets. You're going to go to the Carnage, the Grenville, or the Sutter's hotspot, and you get sales and deals on all items. You can get these on potato, you can get these on saltfish, onion, garlic, mackerel, toilet paper, and we even have the currants and the raisin at $10 per pound, lowest price island-wide. So people just come down or go up or go across, but just make sure and go to hotspots.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with Tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. A telephone number 440-8787, or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Now more than ever, Flow is working hard to keep you connected to the things that matter most. Your family, your work, and your favorite entertainment. We are also providing Flow Study free of charge so students can stay connected and up to date with their schoolwork. And because your safety is our highest priority, you can manage your account from the safety of your own home through the MyFlow app. We are here for you, keeping you connected.
Welcome back to News at 7. National Nutrition Monday, June 21st, with a national address by Minister for Agriculture, Yolande Bain Horsford. The main focus is on healthy lifestyles through diet and exercise. The theme for this year's observance is Live Smart, Play a Part, Healthy Family Living. The Grenada Food and Nutrition Council says despite the challenging times, people still can eat healthy meals. Lichelle Murray, Communications Officer at GFNC, speaks on the activities for this year.
Monday, we're going to announce the winners for our Healthy Family Challenge. And the Healthy Family Challenge is one of our bigger activities that we have for Nutrition Week 2020, where we've encouraged people to cook, post, or cook, snap, post to win. We have another challenge that we call the 5-in-1 Day Challenge. So the 5-in-1 Day Challenge would be on Tuesday of next week, Tuesday the 23rd of June, where we encourage people to do 5 things. 1, eat vegetables and fruits at least in 2 of your meals. 2, cook and eat everything local. 3, cook, eat, and share a meal together with your family and friends. 4, no added sugar in your beverages. And 5, to get active by doing at least 30 minutes of physical activity or exercise.
The council is also celebrating its 40th anniversary this week. The communications officer explains their plans for the anniversary.
For our anniversary celebration, we're going to be doing an exhibition, and this will be done again virtually. So you can look forward throughout the week next week to see several posts from the GFNC on our Facebook page. It would also be shared on the Ministry of Agriculture's Facebook page, them being our parent body. Just looking at the council from its inception, from when it started over the years, throughout the past 40 years, where we've been, where we are today, the services, highlighting the services of the council, and as well as our major accomplishments throughout the years.
The council launched its food-based dietary guidelines in February this year. Nutrition Week ends on June 27th. The outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic is seen as the reason for delay in a number of infrastructural developments in the country. Now that restrictions are relaxing, government projects are resuming, as we hear in this report.
Infrastructure Development Minister Gregory Boeing, on a local program on Wednesday, outlined a number of projects to resume, including Marist Hill.
We know what's the problem there. We started, and just about the Christmas time, when the whole economy would have been turned upside down, we decided to do a temporary work, and we made it very clear that we were going to restart the project in the slowest period after Christmas. Well, COVID, we said, well, there's no slowest period now. I'm in charge. You're not doing anything. What we have to do now is the retaining wall. So we'll excavate sufficiently on the side to do the retaining wall, and then we will remove some so that we can compact it. But in the meantime, the narrow path that you have, we feel it shouldn't be bumpy for you.
Right.
It was very bumpy. Yes.
Very.
Right. So now we're narrowing the road. You get a little more distressed, so we give you a smooth road. But that is going to start, I think, by next week.
Marist Hill was closed off to vehicular traffic in December 2019 after a large portion of the road collapsed. Minister Boeing is appealing to businesses or individuals transporting shipping containers using the Marist Hill to do so before work commences next week. Minister Boeing also spoke about the Molyneux Main Road.
And it is not an issue of you could have done something before. It's the same thing that we would have been doing now, this soil study. And whereas 300 feet below, when they drill down with the telescopic sight, it would show you something that we never know. It might show you a big hollow or a cave or something. But we need the apparatus, and we need the people that could read the result from the instrumentations analysis that will be done.
Minister Boeing said that Molyneux Road slippage is not an easy issue that can be simply fixed. He said that 5 consultants to undertake the geological study have been shortlisted for the project, of which 1 will be selected. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
And now for tonight's GBN EyeSaw compliments Clear Vision Eye Center.
A good eye captures all. GBN EyeSaw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit.
An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
In tonight's iSaw, we feature video footage sent by 2020 BET Awards host Amanda Seales. Seales is of Grenadian parentage and often makes reference to the island as her home. In a message exclusively to GBN, she says she's excited for this year's hosting.
I'm really excited to be hosting the BET Awards this year. I know a lot of people are wondering, since we are in a virtual space because of all the COVID-19 of it all, how is it going to go? But we are really excited about what we're coming up with, and we got a great show coming for y'all, so do not worry. It's going to be dope.
You can send in your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 and our other social media platforms.
Do you still have EC 1 and 2 cent coins? If you do, then you have until the end of this month, 30th June, to spend them, exchange, or deposit them at your commercial bank. After 30th June, you will not be able to use your 1 and 2 cents as they will no longer be legal tender. Find them, spend them, exchange, or deposit them at your commercial bank. Act now and receive value for your 1 and 2 cent coins by 30th June.
The Esplanade Mall, something for everyone. Go on a shopping spree today and experience some magic.
At Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a Communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal, join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made. My name is Hollis Mr. Killamap, and I endorse this message.
The Grenada Distillers Limited joins the government and people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique in the fight against COVID-19. Only together we can beat this pandemic. As a corporate citizen, we have temporarily stopped the production of rum, and our focus has been on the production of a sanitizing solution to assist in the fight against this dreadful pandemic. We have commenced free distribution to the senior citizens' homes, children's homes, and other vital organizations around the country, and made this product available to you at supermarkets and pharmacies island-wide. We encourage you to please listen and obey the guidelines issued by our health authority and the Royal Grenada Police Force. Together, and only together, we can beat COVID-19.
Are
you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy with moderate to heavy showers and a medium chance of isolated thunder showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. There will be moderate haze. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in open water. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides would be low at 9 p.m. and high at 3 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:45. Weather for Saturday, June 20th, partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy, with light to moderate showers and low chance of isolated thunder showers, and there will be moderate haze. Weather for Sunday, June 21st, partly cloudy, very hazy and windy, with light to moderate showers occasionally, and there will be dense haze. And weather for Monday, June 22nd, partly cloudy, very hazy and windy, with light isolated morning showers. There would also be dense haze on Monday. Stay with us. The sports news is up next. Sporting fans, we now join our sister station TV6, where we find out that West Indies team manager Roy Lewis says camaraderie is building in the camp ahead of the start of the series in England.
Boys and girls, the first ball is right in the block hole as the West Indies are gearing up to play 2 warm-up matches next week. Well, that's ahead of their 3-match series against England. Well, the match days are set for June 23rd and 29th, and the players who are currently in a biosecure venue in Manchester, well, they will play against themselves. Team manager Roy Lewis confirmed both fixtures while speaking on the Mason and Guest show, also pointing out that the players are very comfortable in England.
Well, we're in a bubble, Andrew. Concerns, we have not, nothing as yet so far. Obviously, when you come to a country on tour, there are certain things you may do on your off-duty time. That cannot happen now, but I could tell you what, they have a very big games room that the players enjoy with golf simulators, table tennis boards, basketball hoops, and all sorts of things in there where you can see the camaraderie and the whole West Indian community coming together. And you know, when I sat there and I look at what the guys are doing in their off-duty time, that could only be very good for West Indies cricket. I tell you what, we will become one big family when this tour is over.
Like lots of fun. Also on the Mason and Guest show, former West Indies opening batsman Phil Wallace has pinpointed spin bowler Rakeem Cornwall as the regional team trump card against England. Well, Wallace believes that 4 fast bowlers will give the Maroon Caps the edge in the series with both their batting and bowling ability. But he thinks that Cornwall is the real match winner.
It's time that Cornwall recognizes his ability as a batsman. I know he's only played a few test matches, but we have to give him the confidence that he can go there and bat. Right. Jason, we know, can bat. Chase is a batsman. As Savage Joseph also can bat. We saw it in the last first-class season. Now, Roche, we know. So the thing is that we don't want England to get off. We don't want England to go hiding. If you have 4 good fast bowlers coming at you, there's nowhere to hide. And I think that Cornwall is going to be our match winner. Because he's the man who's going to apply pressure. I like him. He's skillful.
He's skillful. Interesting.
I think he's a skillful bowler. Right. He's a skillful bowler. He's smart.
Right.
He's smart. And I think that he can be your trump here in England.
West Indian Suraj Raghunath, however, does not share Wallace's optimism about the Windies' chances on tour, highlighting the batting as the team's weakness.
From a batting standpoint, the highest average current from the guys who have played tests would be Shamar Brooks, who averages just under 35 in his very short tenure. Next to him, I think, would be Jason Poulter and Craig Braffett, each around 33. If you add up our batsmen's averages and whatever combination you play, we would have an average score that is less than 250. That is not going to compete against England, and especially if the conditions are such that there's some atmosphere around when the ball is moving around, we're going to be in real trouble.
All right, well, he may not be the first, second, or perhaps even the third choice fast bowler at the moment. Over fast bowler Shannon Gabriel is eager to make an impact and shares experience if called upon after recovering from a nagging ankle injury. Well, the 31-year-old who has 45 tests under his belt knows that he has plenty to offer the squad even while he is not playing. Gabriel said, "Of course, I came to England to give myself the best opportunity to play a test match, but there is a lot of fast bowlers here, which is exciting. It's a good experience," he said. "There are a lot of young fast bowlers coming through, which is exciting for West Indies cricket. So rather than just get myself prepared, I'm trying to lend any knowledge and experience onto them that can take into their game." End quote. All right, football has the baton now, and the General Secretary of the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, Ramesh Ramdan, has come forward to clear his name in the contractual issue involving sideline TTFA President William Wallace. Ramdan confirmed that he has signed a 2-year deal with the organization after a period of discussions with the president. He said it was a legitimate agreement and that could not be changed. Well, it's checkmate for our northern neighbors as Jamaica emerged as the overall champions of the first regional online chess championships. The Jamaicans captured the top 3 spots after 5 days of competition. Darren McInnes won the title, while Jaden Shaw came second and John Stevenson third. 173 players competed in the event from 14 countries. TNT Chess Association President Sonja Johnson, well, she hailed the tournament as a success.
Event. And the other thing I think that sets us apart, Sergio, is that we've been having online events all the time, but they normally target like the top players, you know, in the country. But this is the first time we actually had a youth event. We gave the youth a platform, so it's not just for them to play online behind the scenes, but this is where we said, okay, we're going to put commentary on top of it.
Believes this will not be the last of this competition based on the demand. She says it may well return with live commentary as players get familiar with the online format.
Clearly, there's appetite for these kinds of events. And so for me now, because I already set the bar so high, I'm like, okay, what else should I do? Of course, I have to now look at other demographics as well, even though there's appetite for youth or maybe a mix.
All right, just a bit of football. As Idonia said, he is a big baller as Karim Benzema continued his impressive pre-COVID form as he netted 2 goals as Real Madrid beat Valencia 3-0 to close the gap on leaders Barcelona. Well, Marco Asensio also found the net on his first appearance after over a year out due to injury as Real Madrid went on for the 3-0 win. Run that billboard, Gillian.
After an evenly contested first half, it was all Real Madrid after the break against the Valencia as Los Blancos fired in 3 unanswered goals to cut Barcelona's lead at the top back to 2 points. Karim Benzema took his La Liga tally to 16 this season with a pair of strikes that were both fine efforts, but it was Marco Asensio's goal that steals the headlines. On his comeback to action a whole 11 months after tearing his anterior cruciate ligament, the substitute scored with his very first touch, staggering Real to a 3-0 win. Meantime, Real Sociedad remain outside the top 4 after slipping to a 2-0 defeat to Alaves. Goals from Borja Sainz after a lengthy wait for a VAR decision on offside, and Martin in the second half for the hosts were enough for the points. Sergio Dufour, TV6 Sport.
Well, let's say class is temporary, but form is temporary, but class is indeed permanent. That's it for sport for the team. I'm James Saunders. Catch you later.
And now for the probe around the globe. In Trinidad, hundreds of nursing staff engaged in protest action this week at the San Fernando General Hospital. The Trinidad and Tobago Registered Nursing Association has been demanding a meeting with the Minister of Health to discuss the disbursement of all outstanding increments and gratuity, in addition to hazard allowances and death benefits if someone dies in the line of duty. Reporter Cindy Tika Singh was at the hospital where the union promised riots if their concerns continue to be ignored.
For a 4th consecutive day, nursing staff came out to demand their just due. Marching through the wards of the San Fernando General Hospital, these women and men were led by their trade union's president, Eddie Stewart.
We were called out during the COVID pandemic, denied leave, casual leave, vacation leave, everything was pulled back for no compensation whatsoever. So you could understand, when other offers were made for persons who didn't even ask for it, we were outraged.
Stewart told reporters that while the Ministry of Finance responded to an earlier protest by promising to quickly release back pay owed since 2013 to NCRHA staff, it is not nearly enough to quell their discontent. Stewart adds that while the NCRHA has over 600 staff across 5 institutions, the SWRHA has doubled that number of nursing staff across 2 major hospitals, which means their bill is likely to be staggering.
You cannot resolve one issue and feel that is all. So that's why we say 100% can never be enough, because there's 100% for one RHA. What about all the other RHAs? So we are waiting, and we're giving you until July 1st, where all nurses and midwives will be taking a vacation that is much needed.
On Wednesday, July 1st, nurses have been asked to gather at the Queen's Park Savannah to march toward the Minister of Health's Park Street, Port of Spain office. The TTRNA president says while nursing staff account for 50% of all healthcare workers, they have not even been consulted once throughout the pandemic. And despite sending proposals for a hazard allowance and death benefits amongst other suggestions. They say the minister is yet to engage them.
I guess the finance minister, Colin Woods, stated that we would keep holding back basically until persons come out and demonstrate. He ain't seen nobody riot yet, so monies will not be paid. As long as people riot, people will then start being paid. So if it's riot you want, it's riot you will get.
Cindy Raghubatika saying TV6 News.
Across now to St. Lucia, where the police force is reporting a number of successes in law enforcement operations in 2020. The island's principal law enforcement agency has recorded the seizure of a large haul of narcotics, illicit firearms and ammunition as a result of hundreds of operations during the year. More from this HTS News report.
St. Lucia has recorded 21 homicides thus far for 2020. This was disclosed by the Royal St. Lucia Police Force on Tuesday, which gave an overview of a number of successful operations undertaken by the agency to date. The news was disclosed during a media briefing at the NTN studios. Corporal Ann Joseph of the Press Relations Office of the RSLPF provided an update on the status of the homicide cases.
Out of those, we have 13 of them being dealt with. 9 of these have resulted in arrests. These matters are currently before the court, and 2 of them are pending the inquest process. So that is pending inquest, and 9 of them are actually before the criminal court.
The island has been under a state of emergency since March 2020. Measures to slow the spread of the COVID-19 virus include a curfew, which has also added to the work of law enforcement. A large number of firearms were also confiscated by the police during the year.
We have so far for the year 2020, 50 firearms have been recovered by the police. That's various units, including the drug unit and stations across the island.
A total of 319 operations were conducted by the various departments in the force, spearheaded by the drug unit, which resulted in the seizure of narcotics.
74 warrants were executed on various premises. We had 37 of these were special operations, and they resulted in the seizure of 504 articles of ammunition. Also, 24 persons were arrested from these operations. We had a total of 321 kilograms of cannabis being seized, 33 grams of cannabis resin being seized, 8.827 kilograms of cocaine was seized, and 6 grams of crack.
Over the past 2 weeks, the Marine Police Unit seized 3 vessels in connection with various offenses, including the possession of controlled substances, more commonly known as drugs or narcotics. Joachim de Plessis, HTS News Force.
The United States lost another 687 people to the new coronavirus in the 24 hours leading up to 8:30 p.m. on Thursday, according to a tally by Johns Hopkins University. It marks the 8th day in which the daily toll from the virus has been fewer than 1,000. This as the U.S. remains the country hardest hit by the pandemic, with a total of 118,381 deaths out of a total of 2,187,876 official cases. Some 20 states have been rebound in infections as the epicenter of the country's outbreak has moved from New York and the country's northeast to the south and west. But the White House's chief infectious disease expert says he does not think new widespread containment measures will be necessary. Still in the U.S., President Donald Trump has lashed out at the Supreme Court after it ruled against him for the second time this week. The judges blocked Trump's bid to end a program that stops hundreds of thousands of immigrants from being deported. Al Jazeera's Mike Hanna reports from Washington, D.C.
Jubilant crowds gathered outside the U.S. Supreme Court. Many here are so-called dreamers, the children of undocumented immigrants who are now assured of the right to residence for the foreseeable future. Between 700,000 and 800,000 people are affected by the Supreme Court decision.
I've had DACA since I was 15, 16 years old. It's allowed me to go to college. It's allowed me to get a full-time job. That could have all been stripped away had the court decided differently today.
Joining the celebrations was the Senate Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer.
This is just the beginning. You are going to become American citizens and great American citizens.
There was a vastly different reaction from a disgruntled president who lashed out on Twitter. "Do you get the impression that the Supreme Court doesn't like me?" he asked plaintively. These horrible and politically charged decisions coming out of the Supreme Court are shotgun blasts in the face of people that are proud to call themselves Republicans or conservatives, he continued. "We need more justices or we will lose our Second Amendment and everything else." In writing the majority decision, Chief Justice Roberts made clear he objected to administrative failures in the Trump legislation, not the policy itself. This is similar to the Trump travel ban that was rejected by the court for the same reasons, but then approved when it was reintroduced in an amended form. Theoretically, the administration's lawyers could redraft the repeal to address the court's concerns and then introduce it again. The only long-term guarantee of the Dreamers' rights is immigration reform in Congress.
We need real solutions. We need real relief from Congress and from all parties because that's the only way that we can get our path to citizenship and actually get full acknowledgement of all our contributions to this country.
This is a minimally acceptable program. And Congress cannot feel good about themselves that even throughout this entire period, they have failed to produce comprehensive immigration reform. So we are still going to continue to hold them accountable.
But that is all in the future.
That was a probe around the globe. When we return, a recap of the top stories. Recapping the headlines, bus operators agree to rotate schedules from next week. Remittances to Grenada likely to drop as more workers in the diaspora lose jobs. And tourism industry receives training in the COVID pandemic era. In sports, West Indies team manager Raul Lewis says camaraderie is building in the camp ahead of the start of the series in England. And around the globe, nurses in Trinidad threatened government with riots if demands are not met. Now, if you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Telesford. That's news. Good night.